Alright, I'm going to try to get this band out. This brake material off of this band, I mean. So I'm going to try a torch here. I tried a saw, but that wasn't working very well. So I don't know if I can heat this thing up and get the glue to pop, but I'm going to try to find out here. Of course, I'm using propane. Maybe I ought to be using MAP gas. I think it's starting to come. Look at that. The heat's doing it. Ooh, it stinks though. I gotta turn the fan on. Let's see if we can get this the rest of the way off. Heck yeah, that's how you do it. Go. So propane was the way to go. Boy, it stinks. There it is. So I think the next step is we need to drill some holes in it so we can rivet it onto the other one. Because I don't know what kind of glue they use. Maybe I ought to look into that and just glue it back on. Alright, I got you guys turned around now. So I think what I'm going to do is I got this two-stage epoxy and I'm going to glue it on. Sorry about the noise in the background. I've got my salamander heater running. Try to take the chill out of the air a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do is clean the inside of this metal band. Make sure it doesn't have any grease or anything in it. Look at that, it did too. I want to make sure this is nice and clean in there so it sticks. Yeah, that's quite a bit. So I've already taken the inside of this band and I took it to a wire wheel. I don't know if that'll help, but I think it will. Well, I think this is dried up. Half of it anyway. Is. Well, I guess I'm not using that. Alright, well, we're going to try some JB Weld. Alright. I guess what I'm going to do is put it on this band first. May have made a little too much, but that's alright. thin layer. I think that JB weld's gonna work. Squeeze it in there really good, and I'll take that paper towel, clean the edges. So we'll just keep an eye on it, and I'll be back. Well, it's been probably about 5 minutes, and it's really sticking to it. So I think it's going to work out pretty good. I was a little hesitant with JB Weld, but I really don't think it's going to delaminate. I think it'll probably be just fine. Now, the only other concern I have is the thickness of this pad, and whether it's actually going to be too thick or not. I don't know how thick the original pad was, but I guess we'll cross that road when we get there. So we'll let it cure a little bit longer, and then come back and install it on the tractor, or try to. All right. So first of all, we'll clean this drum. Mostly rust. All right, cross our fingers. Hope this works. Oh, that's perfect. That couldn't have worked out any better. There's enough play in that. So that's awesome. So we just gotta put the washers and clips back in. I think I'm going to trim these off. They're a little bit long. There we go. Boy, that worked out a lot better than I thought it would. I really think that JB Weld's going to hold up just fine. But time will tell. Definitely couldn't be happier with that. Now let me press that pedal and see what happens. We can turn it. All right, here we go. Yep, stopped. That must not turn unless both of these tires go forward. But it does clamp down on it, so I think we're in good shape. All right, let's see if it'll actually stop it. Yep, sure does. Well, we got a brake now. There's definitely some play in that rear end, but I'm not gonna tear into it. So we got a brake. I just not entirely sure. Yeah, it's not adjusted properly. So I'll have to see if there's any kind of adjustment on it. All right, so there's the rod. I gotta pull this pin here. And that'll pop out of there. And then it's threaded. So that's how you adjust your when your brake engages. So let me do that and see if we can get it to work better, because on this side here, you're supposed to be able to push down on your clutch pedal here and it'll release that belt so it quits spinning, but it's still got a little bit of tension on it. So I need to make it so that I can push that down a little bit further and release the tension off of it. All right, I adjusted as much as I could out of it. I almost thought I was gonna break this rod. So backed it out to the end, and it does give me a little bit more. At least that belt does come a little loose now. So I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but it's gotta be better than it was. And they probably adjusted it to the wear on the brake pad at one point. So now we're backed all the way back out. We'll see what happens. Well, I didn't get it on video, but I did take it outside and took it for a ride. And my one concern was the brake is actually adjusted perfectly. But what I was concerned about is this belt stopping when I pushed in the pedal. And it actually does. So it's working the way it should. I've got a brake. I've got this stopping when I push the pedal in. I can shift the gears without the clutch or without the gears grinding because this belt stops. So I'm very happy with that. So on to the next project with it. Well, the next thing I want to do on this Jacobsen is let me see here. We'll see if we can find an intake for that carburetor. So let's go out to the shed and see what we have. I think there's one out there, but I don't remember. Here's the shed. You guys have never seen my shed before. I think it's an old, I think they call it a Grumman box truck. Of course, I'm gonna need a light in here. So, lots of goodies in here. Hey, I think that's one. Hey, that's it. That was easy. It was right in front of me. What else we got? We're gonna take that. I'm gonna have to probably make a bracket, because I'm not seeing it, for the choke cable. Let's see here. There's an old Kohler back there. I can get to it. It doesn't have anything on it. I think that's a good engine though. There's another Kohler right here. I don't remember what that is. I think it's a Kohler. I could be wrong. One day we'll have to come back through here and clean this thing out. Try not to fall and get out of here. Too much garbage. Does anybody else have this problem? A hoarding problem? Or is it just me? So let me pull that hood off and we'll see how this thing fits. All right, so I got the hood off and I was looking at this. Let me get it down here. I was looking at this cable for the choke, and it looks like I've already got a bracket, so I won't need that. That's good. And then over here, I've got all of this. You know, I've got miscellaneous gaskets, Tecumseh, Briggs, and my Kohler. And I was going through some of these and I found this here. There's a whole bunch of them, different ones like this, and they're not correct, but they will work. So I'm going to use it. But I had a hard time finding some 832 screws to screw this thing down. So I went in my neighbor's garage and I found these. So I think that we're all set. Yeah, that should fit right through there. I think we're good. So let's go put it on. Start putting this on. This does have a filter in it, by the way. It's not the best filter, but it is one, so I'm okay with that. There we go. Oh, I hear some coyotes. They're over that way. They don't do it for very long. There's a lot of them though. Let's go back. Well, after a whole bunch of fumbling around, I finally got everything hooked up the way it should be. Everything works good. I've lubed these cables up. So the choke cable works very well now. So that, and then the throttle cable, I lubed that up too. But anyway, so we got our intake, got our choke hooked up. I guess we can move on. I don't know what else there is to do, but I'll be right back. Well guys, I do appreciate you watching my videos, and I think we're gonna wrap this project up. I've got quite a bit done to it, and I feel like it's ready to go. So if you guys can think of anything else that I missed or that needs to be done to it, please comment below and let me know, and we'll see if we can't do it, make a video on it. So other than that, I think we're gonna go ahead, and if you guys don't have anything, I'm gonna move on. And I've got some more projects planned for you. I think you're gonna like them. So like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.